just like this. It's so sharp, so fast.
Old school. Bimmer. Third series. Manual. Clutching. Let's go. Third gear slide, let the back end glide. Rear wheel drive for the torque inside. Straight 16 when I rev it high. Old 3 series, we don't call it die. Stick shift click, hit a metal cry. Windows down in the midnight sky. No traction light, just me and the ride. Third gear slide, third gear slide. Cold start rumble in the parking lot. Analog dash, no screens, no bots. Leather crack, but the motor hot. In line 6 breathing like it can't be stopped. Clutch kick quick, let the rear brake loose. Lightweight body, the Bavarian truth. Chrome lip wheels with the low power shoes. Tail light swinging, that's the coupe attitude. Red line dancing, 7K scream. Old school dreams, gasoline fiend. No, I don't. That's not for me. Left foot work.
What's up guys, welcome to the Morons Hacks channel. In today's video we'll be driving 318, 318 and 43 8 valve engine, 118 horsepower, the smallest e46 engine, first engine that gives some joy of driving. 5-speed manual gearbox. The car is already on 300,000 kilometers and it's actually 27 years old car, guys. So respect this old Beamer. It's a pretty standard one, bone stock car. I've been driven a lot of 6-cylinders BMWs, but I decided to try something from the smaller engine range to see how it handles, because here the engine is so at the back, so in the center of the car. The front nose, the front part of the car is so wide because of the engine being small, and the car feels different. Every BMW feels different, but this is a third series. I think this is one of the best ever third series e46 as a platform. It feels much more solid than e36, but yes, maybe a little bit heavier, but not too much. But it feels like a whole part, like we are used to BMWs to feel. And everything, all the car moves like a single piece, not many small pieces together like many Volkswagen, Audi products and other brands. Here everything feels like a capsule. You feel isolated from everything and you feel just in the right place to start driving aggressively. It's so nice, but it's so well balanced, the position. Even with these bone stock seats, not a premium one, just the standard one. Everything is standard. It has a business seat. The car is very low in the prices when it was new. But sometimes we don't need more. We actually need this simplicity. Big extras here. It has AC, air condition, which works. You have heating, and that's all. And you have this beautiful ASC button. I love the pre-phase cars with the ASC. You turn it off just like that. No holding for 5 seconds, no bullshit, no menus, nothing to distract you from driving. The dash is just perfect. Nothing else to say about this beautiful dash. Nothing. It's so well preserved. We have this to keep us safe. And actually this car from the interior part looks really amazing. The car has an LPG system, So it runs on LPG now, and I don't know how fuel does it burn in the city, but let's say between 12 and 15 maybe, depending on the traffic on the drive. But if you want to drive, I switch with the button to petrol and I drive. Actually, there is no much difference. The engine is pretty simple. The engine revs to 4,000 RPM, really good. And after that, it just continues to rev. Nothing major happens, just the power continues, but the power band doesn't explode because this is not a 16 valve. It's a 2 valve per cylinder, so it's not something crazy as a power delivery, but it's just so smooth, and often you can drive it on full throttle between the traffic lights, and that's the great thing about this car. You can drive it full throttle all the time, and the first gear is really catchy. I mean, you start, give it some throttle, and it just goes. It's not a slow car by any means, and I think you can feel the 6-cylinder entry-level 6-cylinders engines much slower than this in the low RPM, I mean. And of course there is no 6-cylinder noise, but there is 4-cylinder noise from the engine, and it's so easy. The gears are pretty short, and it's so easy to crash someone. And no, it's so easy to shift and to drive. It's pure driving pleasure. No electric shit, just this hydraulic steering rack. It's amazing. Let me just take some parts from here and I'm coming back to continue driving. And it's so calm when you stop somewhere. It's so calm. The car is 27-year-old. I know which year you are coming from when watching this video, but everything works, even the handbrake, because the BMW are notorious for not working handbrakes, but this one works. Everything works, and the car is so calm at idle, and not like the big engines and the diesels. When you turn it off, you don't hear this. You just hear nothing, no vibration, nothing. That's what I like about this small engine, guys. Let's continue.
Like a damn machine. Gear slide in the back and glide. Rear wheel drive for the torque inside. Straight six sing when I rev it high. All 3 series we holding it die. Stick shift click, hear the metal cry. Windows down in the midnight sky. No traction light, just me and the ride. Third gear slide, third gear slide. City lights blur in the side mirror. Diff lock bite for the vibe. Clear, no turbo one, just natural power. Mechanical soul every single hour. Heel toe down when I hit that.
I've driven E36. I've never driven E30 actually, but I've driven E34, E36, and yeah, E36 is a great car, but maybe because of age, maybe because of the build, E36 always felt like more apart, like things are apart from each other, like it's not so whole thing, you know, it's not so strong, the body of the car, the whole. But here in E46 it just feels the right thing, feels the right heaviness of everything. The wheel is heavy, but heavy enough, not super heavy, but heavy enough to feel a lot. Everything is super direct, everything is in place, it's super strong placed. And even if you're driving with because this engine is a weak engine, actually if there is snow, there is rain, you can drift it. On the snow it becomes the small M3, you know. The 4-cylinder M3, because when you don't have traction, it's enough, the power is really enough to sway and drift. But when it's dry, actually it's not possible. Maybe if we put some differential, but not much worth it on such car if you put LSD differential, because on first gear, yeah, you can do something, maybe when the ground is wet, but overall this engine is not about drifting. It's about moving cheaper, driving no LPG, and maintaining it cheaper, because it's a pretty reliable. I often joke it's an engine from Second World War. It's pretty newer than that, of course, but it's a pretty old style engine. No complicated stuff underneath, no carb, which is also, you know, very cheap to change the. Oh, look at that, how I am going through the obstacles. This car can go everywhere I want, just like this. It's so sharp, so fast, because it's white and it's so nimble, so agile. It's beautiful. Full throttle, guys. Not much happening, but you can enjoy in the traffic, because I am in the wall, in the city walls of speed, and I'm enjoying the first, the second gear. I can just rev them without being too much above, or being above the limits of the city limits at all. So that's the beauty of the small engines, of the shorter gearboxes. I think here the radio is good, you can control the bass, the treble. Of course, the BMW music never been something interesting, something cool, but here everything works, and that's good enough. And the music is still pretty decent as a quality, but I like so much the build quality. I like the smell of these BMW, old BMWs. They always smell maybe not of the part of the previous owners, but I'm talking about the smell of the materials, the smell of the glue, maybe of the interior of the carpet and some other parts, and it just have its own BMW smell, which I like. Every time I open the car, I never get used to this. I am so happy every time. And this engine is super happy to rev you at 3,000-4,000, no problem. Actually, there is no need to rev it higher, because it gives you everything around 4. You can just put next gear and continue your full throttle. And you're fast enough to go through the cars. I mean, look at, I'm almost the first. Yeah, if there is someone smashing the gas with a newer car or faster car, of course he will get away, but for the traffic, for the normal people which drive reasonably normally, you have no problem driving with this car in the city, and you feel really like you're racing, but you're actually not. that's the interesting thing. Oh, every BMW product in the past had something special. They made this weak car, weak for today's standards. In the past, remember 30-40 years, this wasn't a weak car, actually 180 horsepower compared to 1.3 ton, around there, 1.2, 1.3 ton of the car. It's pretty remarkable. It's pretty good weight to power ratio compared to the 70, 80, 90 horsepower cars at that time. So it's not, it can be said that this is a GT in the past, GT power, but no, the engine is not 4 valves per cylinder, and that doesn't give development of the power, but the engine is pretty strong, linear, and if you have to fix it, it's just so cheap to buy these engines. To fix them, I have changed the chain, because this is not a belt driven engine, it's a chain driven engine, and everything is so cheap here. Recently I changed the clutch of this car, and it cost somewhere around 200 euro. Such cheap car to change parts on. You hear that it's a chain driven engine by revving it. Even I have changed the chain, I actually have some noise from the chain or from the engine. Maybe it's something inside, some bolt. When I push the gas, I hear like a diesel knocking around 3,000-4,000 RPM, and when I lift off the pedal, I also feel it sometimes. But it's not the chain, because I change everything on the chain, but maybe it's some bolt inside the engine holding the pistons, I don't know. So I told you about the steering. It's super direct, it's heavy. It's like I like the BMW for that, and I hate the new BMWs for being so soft at the wheel, for these electric steering racks. Actually, this car brings me so much joy driving it compared to the new ones. So E46, E90, amazing cars. Just of the E46, I like the simplicity here. I like more the dash. I like these curves. It's just so much more beautiful than the A90 inside. The wheel, these smaller gouges, everything is just perfect. And no matter which engine you choose it from, the pre-phase is my favorite. But if you want a really nice diesel, you buy 204 horsepower, 6-speed, which with the remap is amazing car. But little bit too heavy, the engine, the big heavy engine. Yeah, you know, it's a great engine, but it feels heavier than this, especially when starting, when it feels a lot on the diesel. In the diesel, you feel a lot of strain here on the gearbox, on the differential, on all these power and Newton meters converting to the back. You always feel like you are abusing your transmission, your clutch, especially with a remap. So you have to buy and force the clutch and friction plates and so on. But here it's so simple. I like it because this car is so simple. You can run on LPG whole day, just spending so much less money, and you get enough power for the city. Yes, for extra burden you don't get the wow effect, but you can do some RPMs and you can still drive this car. And on curvy road, I have not tried it yet, but if you subscribe to the channel, you'll see driving this car on the curvy road, and I'll share my thoughts there, because I think this is a brilliant car to drive as a fun car. No matter it's a daily city car, you can still go outside of the city and drive on some mountain road or some curvy windy road and enjoy this car, no matter the power. I think this is enough power to, because when there is not too much power to sway you all the time, to make rubber screaming at the back, you can focus on the driving, you can focus on shifting, you can focus on steering, on braking late, you can focus on so many other things. Also as a bonus, you give this perfectly balanced body of the car, so much less weight on the front, which makes it really different how this car drives. I've also driven 328. It's an amazing power car, very nice, very cool as a sound, especially with some mods, and it's a great car too. But it's more expensive to own, much harder to find good ones. And yeah, if I have to choose, I will have one 318 for the city drive every day, 328 maybe to enjoy, and one 330D phase for extra urban drive, just to enjoy this power curve and Newton meters on the highway and the long straights or overtaking. But for smaller roads, for curvy roads, always will take the petrol, even this or the 6-cylinder ones. And yeah, you can shift on 5th gear. 5th gear is really strange. It's so much here. This is a thing I don't much like, and we have this, I don't know if it's standard, this move, but everything still feels very, heavy to do, nice. You're just enjoying when you're switching from 2nd to the 3rd gear, then to the 4th gear, and you can go through all these gears in the city, or a little bit above the city limits. So that's cool thing about this car. Let me tell you about the ride. This car has a pretty standard ride. As I told you, it's a pretty stock one, nothing M Technique or something on it. Everything is okay on the suspension part, because the car has no any noises. Listen, here the road is very bad, but we still have a very cool ride. Of course, the ride is stiff. I'm running on 10-year-old winter, be like before 10 years tires, but the car still feels great, very sharp. I know I can do everything with that car. I mean, if I see obstacle, I can just go like this and the car just stay flat. And this is amazing, because this is a standard car. my phone ringing. This is just a standard car, nothing technique, but the car feels track ready already. You can just go to the shop and then go to the track for one lap and go back. Of course, nothing too extreme, but it's just amazing how this car holds through the years. My wipers work perfect. I'm just so happy driving this car, guys, really. It's not about the power, it's about the control and the overall feeling of the car. And this car has so nice of these things. Such a nice feeling. Nice ride, stiff ride. Yeah, sometimes if you're riding someone he would say, whoa, why is so stiff, but this stiffness pays off when you try to drive much aggressive, when you want to be really stable on the road. Woo. Every corner is a challenge with this car. No matter you're not drifting, yeah, you're not sliding and drifting everywhere like we're used to see BMWs, but the car is ready for that. Just the power is not always enough. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of driving e46 and sharing with you this old car. I really think that this car should be preserved. Some of them are already pretty rusty. But if you find a good one, just buy it. Keep an eye for oil leaks and smoking engines, because often these engines need rebuild. No matter what engine you choose. Diesel are much more expensive to own, especially the 6 cylinders, due to the higher cost of the repairs now these days, but they are rewarding, of course. See you in the next video, guys. Subscribe to this channel and watch our other videos if you want. I like this BMW so much, and if I was able to hold so many cars, I would buy many different options. 328 will buy 3-phase again, 330 phase. Just buy them and use them every day, different car, because this is the best car. The shifting, the pedals, the switching of the gears, the dash, everything is just the right thing here in e46. It's just the right. I don't know, you don't think about newer cars when driving this car, especially if you have driven newer cars. You don't want to drive them, because here you can miss only maybe better brakes and more power. That's it. Everything else you have it. Everything else you have it as a car enthusiast. Guys, subscribe. See you in the next video.
Shots just talk like a loyal friend. Not about money, not about trend, just real love to the very end. Exhaust pop when I let off gas. Rubber on fire, tie smoke pass. 03 series built to last. Future move fast, it's built with class. Hands on the wheel, hard in the drive. Old BMW, still alive. Third gear sideways through the night. Rear wheel freedom feels so